Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment, here to talk about Game 4 of the 2018 Western Conference Finals, featuring the Houston Rockets getting it done, tying the series 2 games apiece as we finally had a close fourth quarter. Now, I'm not going to call this a great game. I'll let everyone else do that. I mean, yes, it was better than what we had been getting. But man, that fourth quarter was ugly. I was expecting some big plays, some big shots, and we really didn't get any of that. But it was nice to have a close game, so sure, you guys can call it a great game. I'm just happy we got a close game. But the Rockets tied the series, and we have 2 tied series, Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals, and if my plan goes accordingly, and tomorrow's game is worth talking about, I'll be back tomorrow to discuss that Game 5. But for this game, the Rockets got it done 95-92, and things did not look good early. They were down 7-0 early in the first quarter, down 24-12 in the middle of the first quarter, but they slowly battled back. By the end of the second quarter, they were up about 7 or 8, and then the Warriors got going in the third quarter as Stephen Curry came back. He was in with the knee issue a bit, but he came back. He led a run. The Warriors blasted off. They were up by 12, 82-70, heading into the early parts of the fourth quarter. About 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they were up by 12 points, and then the Rockets went on a run of their own, leading them to victory. Now, this actually surprised me because although the Rockets came back, I was expecting that, but I expected the Warriors to really bounce back in the fourth quarter, Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry to lead the way to victory quite easily, but it just didn't happen. They just couldn't hit shots because in the fourth quarter, for some reason, the Warriors lately have been forgetting their identity if the game's close. If the game's not close, then they'll likely be fine as they were in Game 3. But when things get close in the fourth quarter, they lose their identity. They start doing a bunch of isolations, Kevin Durant isolations, Stephen Curry isolations, and Klay Thompson gets lost. Now let's start with Klay Thompson. Now people love to say that Klay Thompson is a top 10 player in the NBA like Colin Cowherd. No. Okay, because Jimmy Butler and Giannis Antetokounmpo and Russell Westbrook, they're not going to do what Klay Thompson does, and that is do nothing except for moving around off screens for the entire fourth quarter. Now look, he can hit hella shots, he's long, he's a decent defender, maybe even pretty good defender. But man, the guy disappears too much. He's averaging less than 20 points per game in this series, and you wouldn't expect that from, I can name you 15 players in the NBA that would give you more than that. We could even go down to like Kristaps Porzingis. Now, if Klay Thompson was on his own team, maybe he'd be, scoring 25, 30 plus, but to me, he is way too conservative, way too non-aggressive and unassertive to have that conversation. He needs to step up. Draymond Green, only one made three-pointer this series. And we already know Draymond Green isn't a great three-point shooter. Okay, he's not Stephen Curry, but he was a guy that, man, he was a threat to score 20 points per game in a finals game. Hell, he had like 30 points, like a 32-point finals game in that 2016 NBA Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers. He showed up in that Game 7 when Stephen Curry did not have a great game. Draymond Green did. He is no longer that kind of threat. The Warriors players are getting a bit complacent, and that is the only reason why the Rockets have a chance. If Kevin Durant was playing up to his full potential, which by the way, he pretty much is. Today wasn't a great game for him, but for the most part, he is. Stephen Curry is about there, but Klay and Draymond are not. And that is the only reason we have a series. If not, it would be 3-1. The Warriors would have won today, and they'd be headed to Houston to where they would win. Because for the most part, although the Rockets had a nice Game 2 victory, any given night, this team is better than the Rockets because the Rockets have 2 men. They have Chris Paul and James Harden, and they have a bunch of role players. And Eric Gordon had a good game today, and he's had a decent series. Trevor Ariza has showed up in spots. He's been aggressive. He's been looking to make plays, especially defensively. But at the end of the day, you have Steph, you have Klay, you have Draymond, and you have Kevin Durant. And those 4 are going to be Chris Paul and James Harden every time if they want to do it, if they have enough motivation to do it. So this series ultimately is going to come down down to this. Will Klay Thompson and Draymond Green step up and play at least just to even 80% of their potential? Because right now they're at 50. I think you're getting 50% of Klay Thompson right now. I think you're getting 50% of Draymond Green. He's still running his damn mouth because you're always going to get 100% of that. But offensively, he hasn't improved a lick in 4 years. I mean, he has no offensive arsenal. He can't take the ball. He can drive decently well. Does he post up? No. Can he make his own shot off the dribble? No. He hasn't improved anything offensively, which is shocking because you would think Kevin Durant would have taught him something by now. And speaking of Kevin Durant, look, Kevin Durant, you're great. In last game, hell, the first 3 games of this series, he's been doing great at having these difficult turnaround J's, these stand-up 3-pointers with man in his face. But today that wasn't working. And what he needs to realize is, okay, I'm not making ridiculous shots today. Let me go for something a bit easier. Let me try to drive. Let me try to go off the ball, off screens, play a little of the Klay Thompson again, but a little more aggressive than what he does, you know? Do a little of that. Today he was looking for way too many difficult shots to make, filling up these ridiculously long 3-pointers, always going for the turnaround J. Look, you're great at that. But some nights it's not always going to work because those are difficult shots. Go for something easier. Kevin Durant. And as for Stephen Curry, look, I thought he played well. He missed some shots late. The shot at the very end with 0.5 seconds left would not have gone in. In fact, it would not have counted because I look at the replay, he wouldn't have got it off anyway. He did not get it off. So that really wasn't a problem to me anyway. I thought he played well. But Kevin Durant, he didn't step up to me as much as he should have in terms of the fourth quarter and also with better shot selection. And Klay and Draymond, they had to step up more offensively. If they do, the Warriors will win. It is shocking. They will score 92 points at home. This does not happen. Why? Because Klay and Draymond, the heads are not in the game right now, and they have to get in the game right now. Kevon Looney stinks. He's so stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing on the basketball court. Kevon Looney. Now, he's young. He's going to improve, but man, this guy's a clown. Wow. Quinn Cook came in for 2 minutes, did nothing. They missed Andre Iguodala today. The Warriors did. If Andre Iguodala was playing today, they probably would have won the game. Andre Iguodala is worth 3 points at least. So it's unfortunate for them, but it is what it is. As for the Rockets, look, Chris Paul played great. Chris Paul played absolutely fantastic, great. He was active defensively, although not great. I think Chris Paul has lost his defensive abilities. You know, he used to be definitively one of the top 5 defensive point guards in the NBA. I don't see that anymore. Stephen Curry is getting his shots off this series. I can't buy that, but he's still frisky enough. He's still showing enough effort for me. That's fine. He looks like he's gotten some muscle mass. I see Chris Paul, but also there may be some fat as he gets older. But Chris Paul was fantastic. James Harden was pretty damn good, but he disappeared late in the fourth quarter. Oh my goodness, if the Warriors would have won this game, he would be crucified today, as yet again the Rockets would be done, and it would have been at James Harden's hands to me, because he did not show up in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this basketball game. Chris Paul had to carry the load, and it came to the point where Chris Paul had to just wave him off, say, get out of here, let me do this, because you ain't doing anything today, let me take over. Eric Gordon, look, he's ugly, but man, this guy was playing well. He only shot 4-14, but he hit the big 3 at the end of the game. Actually, I think 2 in the fourth quarter. Now, he hit one big 3 at the end of the fourth quarter, and he was active defensively, so I'm going to give Eric Gordon credit today. PJ Tucker, I mean, what kind of player is this? He had 4 points, 16 rebounds. I mean, my goodness, is this Reggie Evans? PJ Tucker active on the boards, and look, he didn't score a field goal. But let me tell you, this guy was instrumental today for the Rockets' victory, being so active on the boards. If the Warriors had a center that could actually rebound well, like a true center, there'd be no chance for anyone. Right now, they don't, so they're going to take advantage, or other teams will take advantage of that. PJ Tucker, 16 rebounds, that's ridiculous. Clint Capella, 13, also ridiculous. But the Warriors do not have a center that can, do anything about that. Kevon Looney is not a great center. Jesus Christ, he's barely even a center. Trevor Ariza was active defensively. Look, at the end of the day, the Rockets got it done. Now, who do I think is going to win this series? I'm picking Warriors in 6. I had Warriors in 7 before this series, but I feel even better about the Warriors' chances now because, honestly, I'm still surprised that they lost this game. It looked definite to me when they were up 82-7 that they're going to win this game. The Rockets got it done, okay. But eventually, man, James Harden is going to have another bad game. Chris Paul is going to have another bad game. And if it's game 5 or game 7, That's it. Because Chris Paul and James Harden are going to have to show up for 2 out of 3 games and also not have Klay Thompson do anything, or have Klay Thompson not do anything, and also have Draymond Green not do anything, and have Stephen Curry. Like, it's just too much for you to have happen in order to be the Golden State Warriors. It's too much. To me, the Warriors come out in Game 5, they get it done, they come back in Game 6, and they explode, and it's a blowout. And it's not even close, and the series is over, and the series is over. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on this game. Houston Rockets 95, Golden State Warriors 92. Your thoughts on this game, comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.